Claire. We're just going to go over a few logistics today before we start our session. As we discussed on the phone, this is a 10-minute session, so it'll be $10 for this session. So let's go ahead and get started. What brings you in today?
Well, I've just been feeling really stressed lately. I just got engaged, and
congrats.
thank you. And I'm a senior in college, so it's really difficult, like planning a wedding and like going through senior year, especially like with these harder classes. I'm trying to graduate on time, hopefully, and that's stressing me out too because I'm getting down to the last wire, and I just hope to graduate on time and be able to pass my classes. And it's just really stressful right now, just everything all at once.
Do you feel more stressed about the wedding or school?
Both. It's just like I don't even know how to, like, you think about your wedding your whole life and you're like, oh yeah, so easy, you get this and this and this, but then when it actually comes down to it, it's like, well, like I actually have to get this on this time, and like no one ever tells you how stressful it is because I'm getting married in less than a year, so like I'm kind of making it like crunch time, and it's just really overwhelming. And whenever I get really overwhelmed, I just push everything aside. So I have the problem of just being like, it'll happen, and I mean, nothing's getting done, and I don't know, like I'm kind of doing it alone, setting up a wedding, and my fiance, he doesn't know anything, so he just is like, I don't know, like I'll just do whatever. Yeah. So it's a little stressful, and I'm taking this really hard psych class right now, and
It makes you feel really stressed.
Yeah, it's really
stress on you.
It's causing a lot of stress, and I've taken 2 tests already and haven't done the greatest in it, and I'm just hoping I pass, because if I don't pass, I'm gonna have to take it again next semester, and I don't want to take 18 hours my last semester in college, and I just would like to pass that one for sure.
How does it make you feel with the 2 tests?
Yeah, they just are like, they're so hard. It's brain and behavior, so it's like a field that I haven't taken anatomy or chemistry or anything like that since like high school, so like that kind of stuff I have no idea how to do it, and it's just really intense, and I just wish that she would make the test a little easier, because there's also no other projects in the class, so it's just like tests and then like attendance, which that's not a whole lot.
So difficult.
Yeah, it's very, very stressful because you have to study super hard for the test, and it's also hard balancing like that and like working. I usually work quite a lot during the week, and so that kind of interferes with studying a lot of the time. And then I also am a big procrastinator, so I do like to just lay in bed and watch Netflix for a while and put it off till the last minute, and then I stress myself out.
So it sounds like you're more stressed because the wedding is coming up, and you're trying to plan your wedding and school with these tests, and your really difficult psychology class, and plus you work also.
Right, yeah, so it's just a whole lot, and it's just, sometimes I'll be like, it's not too bad, and then other times it'll just all be at once. Like last week I had like 2 tests. The past 2 weeks I've had 2 tests at a time, and then like projects due, and then I've had like work over, like a whole lot of work to do, and then it's just sometimes a lot all at once. And then I'm also fostering a dog this semester, and sometimes she can be a challenge, and I have to take care of her and like setting everything, even though I do love taking care of her, and I would never give her back, even though I have to, but like that's just stressful as well, just like a whole lot in one semester, I guess.
So it sounds like you have a lot going on right now, but it should get better.
Yeah, it looks like it's getting better, like especially like with the wedding planning. Like I don't need to figure out everything now. I'm just trying to figure, in my head I'm like, oh, I need the small details, I need to figure out how to even do the tables, which is totally a last minute thing that you should do, and I just want to do everything. And then I'm going wedding dress shopping here soon, and I'm getting like my family together to go, and some of my bridesmaids, and that's really stressful because everybody's busy at this time of year because like Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up. My roommates aren't from here, so they have to go back home, and so like I'm trying to figure out a time that everybody can go. And so I had to figure out one day where I could just go by myself with my mom and my sister, And that was really hard because I'm a people pleaser. I like to just let everybody come, and I want to make everybody happy, even like his mom and his sister. But it's just like a little stressful because I didn't realize how much in a wedding you need to please people.
Mm-hmm.
And even though everybody says it's about the bride and everything like that, it's still like I want everybody to feel included and not feel left out at all as well.
Okay. And school is stressing you out more than the wedding?
Honestly, I don't know. It's kind of just like a mix between both of them. It depends on the day. So, like today, I'm just like, it's Friday. I'm not really stressed about too much. But like this past week, it was just a lot. And my dad, he's overseas. He works for the Army, and he actually just quit his job. And so I'm kind of stressed about that because I am a college student, so I obviously can't pay for a wedding. And so I was relying on him, and he's like, well, we'll just kind of have to cut back on some things, and it's just, he's stressing me out, and I don't know how to plan a wedding on my own, and I'm just hoping that he will find a job soon to kind of help support me in that way as well, so that can be a lot.
It just sounds like you're trying to find a balance between your wedding planning, your personal life, family, and school.
Yeah, it's definitely, I think the problem is that I am just thinking too much about it, and that it's sometimes just overwhelming me all at once because I'm not like putting my tasks in some kind of order. And my roommate actually gave me advice to write out what I need to do in the short term and then do a long term, because that way I'm not so stressed out and I can just kind of like look at what I need to do, and then maybe like other people can help me with that, so I am not super overwhelmed. So like write down what I need to do in the next like week or two, and then go from there, just like short baby steps, and then kind of keep going on that little track, so I'm not super stressed.
Okay, so you're finding a balance and which way to go.
Yeah, so it took a little bit to kind of find that balance. Like this past week, I had a little breakdown, so that was a great time.
Breakdown.
It was also my hormones were a little psycho, so it was kind of, I was about to go into work, and I was just not in the mood to go to work, and I was like stressed about because when I'm at work, I can't do homework or study or anything, so I was like, it was just a lot. But after that, I was fine. Like it really wasn't a big deal. It was just kind of like all at once, everything in my mind was just kind of like happening at once. Thinking about, I need to do this tomorrow. I need to do this for the wedding. I need to do this for someone else. Like I'm a people pleaser, like I said. So I like to talk to people and help them in any way I can. And when someone's feeling upset or left out, that makes me feel upset. So it was a lot.
We have about 2 minutes left, so if there's anything you want to discuss, we can talk about it in these last 2 minutes, and if not, we can schedule a session later on and discuss more.
I definitely think another session would help me out, just kind of talk through some things. But I guess some last minute thoughts would be just in the next few weeks, or I guess next month, we're going to, this we've been like the last few months of school, so we're almost done with this semester, and I have 2 more tests in that one class, that psych class I'm not doing too hot in, so I'm just hoping that I can pull it through and kind of find a way to study better for that class, maybe even find tutoring, and that wedding dress shopping is happening in a couple weeks as well, so hopefully that goes well and I'm not overwhelmed with, because I'm a really picky person as well, so I know one of my roommates, she gets really upset with me easily because I'm a really picky person. She's like, everything looks good on you, and I'm like, no, it doesn't. And it's just like, you think about your dream dress your whole life, and then you're like, I don't know what looks good on me. And so I'm a little scared of that situation, but I'm hoping it goes well, and I want to do what I want to do, but I also want to please other people.
Okay. So you're feeling a little nervous about the future?
Yeah, I'm just kind of nervous about just everything, the wedding's in less than a year, so that'll be interesting to see how that goes.
Yeah, that's understandable. So thank you for coming in today. It was
Yeah,
great
thank
seeing
you. Yeah, good seeing you. I'll see you next session.
Next session.